So welcome again, guys. We are here to explain now the meaning of the word focal date, and how to calculate the equivalent date or the equivalent values. Equivalent values means a future value or a present value as well. So as example, it will be shown up to you right now when you will understand it very quickly. A payment of 7,000 is due 5 years from now. Is due 5 years from now. So now, after 5 years, the amount will be 7,000. It means like this: after 5 years, the amount of money will equal 7,000 after 5 years. I want it now. I want it right now here. If it is 7,000 after 5 years, how much it will be now? How much it will be now here? This is what we want. The first thing. So it's worth 4% compounded annually. So that's fine. And 5 years. So will not change. We have 5 years and we have 4%. That's okay. We're not going to divide or to multiply the years or divide the rate like what we did before. It is not semi-annually or it's not quarterly. So we'll work as it is. So here now, the first thing is just to get new slide so that we'll see how we will work in it. The future value already will equals, let's see, how much? 7,000. The future value will equal 7,000. This is 7,000. And you want its value right now. You want the value now. And the time is 5 years. So T is 5. T is 5. Let's say T also, or the time, equals 5 years. And the ratio, the rate, equals how much? The rate is 4%. Let us see here. Yes, the rate is 4%. So I will go back. Rate is 4%. And actually, what I want right now, I want the value right now, the present value. Okay, so I know that the future value will equal the present value multiplied by 1 plus R, that's all, power 2, power T. So that's how it is. So the future value will equal the power. What I need now is the PV. I need the PV now, right now, the present value. So the present value, the PV, Control and C, copy. The PV here will equal, just 1 second. So the PV will equal the FV backslash this amount. Control and C, this amount. Control and V. So the PV now will equal the future value is 7,000. When we come here, see it's 7,000, the future value. So the future value is 7,000 backslash 1 plus R means divided by 1.04, because 1 plus 4% will be 1 plus 4, 1.04. That is for the time of how many years? 5 years. When we finish this, like he did it here in the example, when he finished this, this is means the same. 7,000 divided by 1.04 minus 5 means divided by. This is means divided by. So it will equal 5753.49. 5. It will equal 5753.9. Here it is, 5. That's of course dollars. Of course, this will be in dollars currency. That's it. So here 5753.9, 5753.49, sorry, 0.49. Here it is. Okay. The second part of the question, this was the first part. Find the equivalent value today when t equals 0. Find the equivalent value. Look at this. Find the equivalent value 8 years from today. Now, 8 years from today means 3 years after the 5 years. I already know he's saying 8 years from today. So 8 here till here is 5. So still from this point till here, 3 years. Then I want the sum. I want the future value of this 7,000. So I want here the second request, find the equivalent value 8 years from today. If you see the word 8 years from today, this part from here to here, 5 years. He said 8 years. So from 5 till 8, the end of 8, 6 and 7 and 8, 3 years. This part is 3 years. And he wants the value after 3 years. Means he wants the sum or the future value. For that reason, now we will look for, here it is, another part. It will be to calculate the future value. I know that the future value will equal present value multiply by 1 plus r, that is power time, t, power time. Here it is the power time, t. And that's we did it before. Okay, guys. Now this is considered as it's the future value of $7,000. The P here will be 7,000 because here the P, the present, will be 7,000. And the years are 3. And the R is 4% the same, nothing changed. The rate did not change. So here the information which will be given that P or the present value is 7,000 and the R or the rate of interest is 4%. And the T is the time equals 3 years. Why? From year 5, look at this, from year 5 till year 8, 3 years. Actually, this is 7,000. Now we'll consider it as an example. Forget about the first demand. Now I'm giving you 7,000 and I told you how I want the value. It's the sum of this 7,000, the future value of this 7,000 after 3 years. I want it after 3 years. So here, that's now I can substitute in the formula. So I will say 7,000 will equal 7,000 multiplied by 1.04, and this is power 3 years, power 3 years. That will equal, when we did it here, when he did it here, that equals 7874.05. 7874.05. Here it is, will equal 7874.05. When you do it with the calculator, it will equal this amount. So just I want you to know now, we have read very carefully the question, because we have two things. We have future value and we have present value, so that you can make to know the difference between both of them. This was the